Hey guys, it's Allison. I'm here to do my May wrap up. I know it's already June and we're well into the month, but I thought I'd let you know what I read last month. I got through a lot of books, and so I'm going to get right into it because I have a lot, and this is my second time doing the video. Hopefully it won't be as long as this last one was. So the first book that I finished in May was How Zoe Made Her Dreams Mostly Come True. This is by Sarah Strohmeyer. Really cute cover. You get a cute contemporary vibe from it, and that's exactly what kind of book you get. It's about Zoe. She goes with her cousin to work at this theme park, which is kind of like Disney World but for fairy tales, and it's amazing. The characters are great. The language is great. I loved everything about this book, pretty much. The ending is kind of set up for a sequel, and I really hope that Sarah Strohmeyer does a sequel because I love these characters, and I really hope she revisits them and writes another book. I would definitely read it. This one got about 4.5 out of 5, I would say. The next book I read is This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith, the author of Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight, and that's basically, a cute contemporary book. Again, this is what you get. It's very realistic. It's about Ellie. She gets an email, and it happens to be from the wrong person, and she goes ahead and instead of deleting it, she decides to write back, and it happens to be from Graham Larkin, who is a movie star, and they kind of email back and forth, but they don't tell each other what their names are, but he somehow finds out where she's from and decides to go and film his movie in her small town, and just so he can meet her. It is so fun, realistic, cute, loved it, and 4.5 out of 5 for sure. I just adored it. Next book I read is Smart Girls Get What They Want. This is the new cover, which kind of matches Zoe, and this is the old cover, which kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's by Sarah Strohmeyer as well. I had high hopes because I liked Zoe so much, but I didn't like this one as much as Zoe. It is good because that it's about, smart girls, and I enjoyed that because I actually did kind of see myself in Gigi and her best friends Nirja and Bia, but the story kind of fell a little flat. I didn't love it as much as I probably, could have, maybe if I was in a different mood. I don't know. I gave this one 3 out of 5. Next, I read Aaron McCarthy's True. This is my first venture into new adult, and I really enjoyed it. It's about Rory and the boy Tyler. Rory's a virgin. The story's kind of about, her friends are trying to, get her to get rid of her virginity, and she kind of falls for Tyler. He seems like a bad boy on the outside, but he's actually a really nice guy. He has a family. He takes care of them. It was a really good story. The ending was kind of abrupt, but it still was enjoyable. There's one scene where they're sliding, and it kind of sets up a sequel, and I could see that from a mile away, but I didn't mind because I do want to see a sequel, and I believe there's one coming out, and I will read it. So I gave that one 4 out of 5. Next, I read Looking for Alaska. It's by John Green, and all the other books that I read from John Green is, The Fault in Our Stars and Let It Snow. So I was, really hoping to love this book. I mean, it's good. I wouldn't find it great. It's about Miles, nicknamed Pudge. He goes to school in a boarding school. Goes to school at a boarding school and kind of meets characters along the way, one of them being a girl named Alaska. So the book is divided into 2 parts, before and after, and that had me reading all through the night because I just wanted to find out what was going to happen. And I kind of could see it coming. A lot of people say that they were really upset, they cried, bawled. I didn't feel like that at all. I mean, I don't know. It was good. It wasn't great. It's No Fault in Our Stars. I gave that one a 4 out of 5. Next, I read Peter Pan. It's for one of my 100 Classic Challenge. I, enjoyed it. Sometimes I was like, wow, this is really actually a child's book, because there's some things in there I was like, whoa, that probably wouldn't be in a child's book these days. And I give it a 3 out of 5. I don't really even like the movie Peter Pan, which is basically exactly like this book. The one good thing about that story is I found out that J.M. Barrie actually donated all the royalties from his book back in the day to a hospital in England for children, and that is really cool. I gave that one a 3 out of 5. Next, I read Every Day by David Levithan. I really enjoyed this book. It is great. David Levithan has a way with writing characters. He has a gay, lesbian, bisexual. It's kind of like asexual, really, because the main character's name is A, and it's not a boy, it's not a girl, it's not really anything. It's this person who wakes up every day in a new body. It could be a boy, it could be a girl, it could be, whatever. And so he or she, I guess we'll just say A, finds one day that I'm going to say he, but kind of ends up liking the guy that the body that he's in, Justin, his girlfriend Rhiannon, and soon finds himself doing everything he can to get back to Rhiannon. The ending kind of made it seem like there could be a sequel in the future, which I would read because I really enjoyed the writing, and it's just so vast. You see characters like from any kind of character, and I think that was great. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Next, I read Strands of Bronze and Gold. It's by Jane Nickerson, and it's a retelling of the Bluebeard stories, which are, exciting and gruesome and, weird, but I found this book was lacking. It kind of was a little slow, a little boring. It's about a girl, Sophia. She goes to live with her godfather, whose name is Monsieur Bernard de Crossac, and he's a creepy old man, and he is in love with her, basically in love with her red hair, even after she finds out that he has a temper and that all his previous wives are dead. She stays there. Anyway, the main character was kind of annoying, and the whole book kind of just dragged for me. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Next one I read was Immortal Rules, and that's by Julie Kagawa. This is the first book I read by her, and I really enjoyed it. It's a new take on vampires. The main character's name is Allison, which is a great name, let's face it. And she's in this new world, like I said, a new take on vampires. The next book in the series comes out, it came out last month, and it's actually on my to-be-read list for this month because I really enjoyed the book. Next, I read Etiquette and Espionage. This is by Gail Carriger. She's the author of Parasol Protectorate, and this is the first book that I read by her, but I really enjoyed it. It's steampunk and like YA. It's like collided. It's great. So we have these really, unique names. That's one of the best things about this book is all the names. So the main character is Sophronia. She goes to a finishing school to learn her manners, but really it's like a spy school and a front as a boarding school. But it's really good. There's mystery. There's some strange characters, some steampunk creations, which are just really fun. I am really looking forward to reading the next book. And isn't this cover gorgeous? I love it, and the second cover looks just as good, so I can't wait to read the next one. I gave that one a 4 out of 5 as well. Next, I read Tiger's Curse. This is by Colleen Hoke. I don't know how to say her name. Anyway, it's the first in a series. It's got a beautiful cover, again. Great cover. This is about a girl named Kelsey. She ends up on this adventure with this tiger/man named Ren, and he is amazing. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 because they go on these adventures in India. You learn some history, some culture, and Kelsey is an idiot because she doesn't like/want to kiss Ren. That's why I lost marks. Next, I read Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm not sure if it's Gillian or Gillian in my friends. I have a girl named Jillian. That's how she spells it, and we call her Jillian. Anyway, this book is a roller coaster of emotions. It's up and down. It's about a guy and girl, Amy and Nick Dunn. They're married, and it's kind of divided into 3 parts. The first part is Nick comes home and finds out that she's gone. She may have been murdered. She may have been, just taken, and the book is told back and forth from him and her point of view, him and then her diary point of view. And then in the second and the third part, it kind of changes. The ending is kind of intense, kind of effed up, but I hear that there's going to be a movie, and if so, I will watch it. I gave that one a 4 out of 5 as well. Next, I read Obsidian. This is kind of alien story. It's by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and it kind of reminded me of Twilight. Really like Twilight. The main character is Katie. She meets this guy Damon. In my audiobook, the girl kept saying demon. That kind of annoyed me because, I don't know, to me it looks like demon. Let me know what you guys think. And I gave that one a 4 out of 5. It's fun. I'll definitely pick up the sequel. Just not, the extra bit. Like the last book, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. My favorite book of the month, for sure, hands down. It was the best book. It's the first in a series. We've got some characters, some great characters. Alina and Mal, they're best friends. They grew up in an orphanage. And she kind of finds out later on in life that she has these magical powers. And she's part of the Grisha, which kind of gets like these benefits. You get to live in the palace and learn and be educated and all this stuff. Anyway, there's action, there's adventure, there's history, there's culture. There's everything that you want, and I gave it 5 out of 5. It's great, and I hope that there's going to be a movie. I know that the guy who created Harry Potter movies, something about him, he's making these into movies. So I'll be the first one there, opening night, to watch this movie because it's so good. Those are all the books that I read. If you have any questions, I know we went through them really quickly. I'd love to hear what you thought of them. I'd love to hear your questions, comments. Check us out on Facebook, on the blog, on everything. We're everywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're having a good month, and I will see you all later. Bye!